Hi, I'm HC. For weekly videos on self-knowledge and self-discovery, like this video and hit the subscribe button. It will be of tremendous help for the future of this channel. Here are the 5 steps on how to take your power back. Step 1. Mind your company. To mind your company is to be extremely careful about who and what you are loyal to. As the saying suggests, you are likely to be a reflection of the 5 people you spend the most of your time with. Therefore, if most of your interactions are with 5 people that don't believe in themselves, who denigrate or belittle your ambitions, and simply do not want much out of life, you are bound to be the 6th of kin. To mind your company also means to understand that change is an important element to all relationships, and sometimes it's not necessarily that the relationship has to end, but in order to survive, it must adapt to the person that you are becoming. For example, you may have had a childhood friend who you would spend all of your time playing video games with for fun. Yet, now that you are on the road to becoming the best version of you, although you would love to continue seeing your friend, you no longer feel that you should spend as much time doing so. In this case, it may be to consider transforming the relationship, where you either involve your friend on the new path that you are on, or have the relationship transform into one where you are still in contact, but spend much less physical time together. Always remember, things often don't work out in one way because they are meant to work out in another. Step 2. Mind self-talk. To mind self-talk is to be cognizant of the things that you tell yourself, and in what circumstance you tell yourself those things. When you tell yourself, "I could never do that," "I suck at this," or "that could never be me," your subconscious may pick it up as a fact, and your life may turn out to be a reflection of the negative things that you consistently tell yourself. Think of yourself as a hypnotist. Just like a hypnotist, you suggest things to your subject's subconscious. In consequence, the subject ends up acting out these suggestions. You are inducing a self-hypnosis in a way, because by continuing to tell yourself negative things, you will reciprocally end up acting out according to those unfavorable suggestions. Minding how you speak to yourself will help you to use self-hypnosis to monitor and quell your negative thoughts, and speak positively of yourself instead. It is important to be mindful that how you speak to yourself and of yourself also teaches people how to address you, meaning that if you always denigrate yourself and disparage your goals and achievements publicly, people will likely come to believe that it is okay to do the same, which further encourages your reality to reflect as one that is negative. As the parable goes, the tongue is mightier than the sword. Mind self-talk and take back your power. Step 3. Mind your focus. To mind your focus is to appreciate that what you focus on becomes your reality. In other words, your perspective is your reality. This is why 2 people, meaning the same person, who does and says the exact same thing to each of them, can have 2 completely different opinions in the prejudice of that person's character. While one person who focuses on negativity is likely to highlight potential undesirable characteristics, criticize, and focus on unconstructiveness within the interaction, another person who focuses on the positivity can extrapolate a compassionate understanding and highlight positive aspects, all while still being cognizant of the person's less favorable traits. In this scenario, you can see how 2 people living the exact same neutral situation will have 2 completely different life experiences. One will have an undesirable experience on the journey, while the other is much more likely to continue to enjoy life optimistically throughout. To mind your focus is to recognize that you give power and energy to what you focus on. When you are focused on the problems in your life, you are likely to continue to dwell in them. Take your power back by keeping your head up on the horizon for the solutions that are always abundantly present. Step 4. Try. To try is to take action, because even when you fail, you win, because you learn. In actuality, failure may be much more fitting for your journey. Think about it this way. Let's say you want to kick a soccer ball into the net for the first time. By missing your first kick ever, you are getting an understanding of how your body needs to react to kick the ball. You also appreciate the dimensions of the net because you become more conscious of the power you put into your kicks. In contrast, if you were to kick the ball and luckily score it in the net for the first time, not only would you be unsure of how to do it again, but your ego will likely encourage the belief that it was a simple task, which would discourage you from actually practicing to be able to do it again. So, yes, you may fail when you try, but don't avoid it. Look forward to it. It may be for your own good. Finally, step 5. Hold yourself accountable. In this context, to hold yourself accountable is to recognize that you hold most of the responsibility for where you are in your life. It is also to always remember that effort cannot be bought. This is the reason people can buy gym memberships, yet never see results in their body goals. This is why someone can pay big money for the perfect dietitian to create a specific diet that they would need to get in shape, yet still stay out of shape and eat bad food. Effort is a choice. Don't feign ignorance as an excuse for your laziness. When we don't achieve what we believe that we should achieve, we tend to come up with excuses such as, I didn't know how to do this, or if only I had known to do that, then of course I would have been great. When what it truly comes down to is if you wanted to achieve said goal as much as you say you do, you would have tried your best to inform yourself until you met a satisfactory response. To hold yourself accountable is to look yourself in the mirror and to recognize when you are lying to yourself and simply being lazy about your success. It is also to remind yourself that you can accomplish anything that you put your mind to. Take your power back and become. You are the master of your reality. Anything telling you otherwise is encouraging a life of delusion inside a world of illusion. And this is why knowing how to take your power back is such an important factor on the journey of you becoming your best you. Thank you so much for watching this video until the end. You are much appreciated. Like and share this video to a friend, and consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't already. I'll see you here next time on Howell Consultations, the how-to being true to you.